Thank you for choosing the Kingly Love Podcast. This is Frederick. Here on this channel, we focus on positivity, hope, and most importantly, an encouraging and loving message within the confinement of life, relationship, and family. So, the question I have for you today is: would you dump your boyfriend or your fiance simply because they have some financial issues? Or would you choose not to marry someone because the person is poor? So we have a true story here that we're going to be watching. And hopefully, we are able to extract some, encouraging words out of it, or at least learn something from this true story here. Okay? So let's get started. Let's take a look.
ऐसे जिंदगी थोड़ी चलेगी, तुम हमेशा परेशान रहती हो
यार। और क्या करूं मैं, तुम बताओ।
मैं तुम्हें कितनी बारी बता चुका हूँ।
क्या है यार ये, मतलब खुद को देखो तुम। क्या है ये सब? और फिर अभी ये फटे कपड़े। खुद की इमेज का नहीं तो कम से कम मेरा तो ख्याल रख लिया करो। बस अब चले अंदर खाना खाने।
पैसे ना खत्म हो गए, तुम्हें पता है ना, अभी जॉब की प्रॉब्लम चल रही है, तो थोड़े
Okay, ladies, don't do that. All right. If you have something to say to your future husband, your boyfriend, or whatever the case is, at least don't embarrass him outside in front of people. That's something you should avoid at all costs. Talk about your business in private, not outside where people are looking. Obviously, based on what's happening here, she has no respect for him. Because if she did, I don't understand how you could be talking to someone that you supposedly love, you know, exposing his business outside like that. That's a no. Don't do that. All right, let's keep moving forward.
थे वो रेंट के लिए देने थे।
मतलब यार अपनी औकात के हिसाब से लड़की देखो। ठीक है, तुम मुझे नहीं संभाल सकते, मेरे खर्चे नहीं उठा सकते, होता है, लेकिन रोज रोज यही ड्रामा तुम्हारा, मैं परेशान आ चुकी हूँ, मुझे बख्श दो।
नेक्स्ट वीक चलते हैं पक्का, जहाँ तुम बोलोगी।
मतलब तुम रहने दो।
तुम्हें पता ना मैं तुम्हें कितना लाइक करता हूँ, लाइक यू नो आई लव यू।
यार तुम अपनी औकात के हिसाब से लड़की।
Whoa, okay. Yeah, like I said, outside in the streets, telling all your business, yelling your and raising your voice at your man like that, that's obviously she has no respect for him. A man also should not do that. So if you're a young man watching this, do not raise your voice at your wife or girlfriend or fiance. Do not. Okay. I know sometimes things get to you, but I'd rather you go home, you sit down, and you talk about it. Civilized. Talk about it in a civilized manner. Do not tell each other's business outside like that. That's not respectful at all. And based here, what I see here, she says, hey, you should find a girl as per your status. So obviously, she's saying that she has a higher status more than him, right? So he should find somebody that's on his level because he's poor, and somehow she's higher in status. That's interesting. I'm wondering what she bases herself on to determine that she is high in status. Maybe her looks, you know, and your looks does not mean that you are a high status person. If anything, if you are a young lady and you are beautiful, obviously we have, more interaction with guys or whatever because, they'll be more attracted to talk to you. And then you should use that as a way to vet them and choose who is the right partner for you, right? As opposed to thinking that you are above other people simply because they're having a hard time, they fell into some harsh situations. Things like that in life, you know, they determine your character, but they don't last for long. So if you're going through a hard time as a man or as a woman, understand that hard times are temporary. You know, it goes by fast. You have to endure it. You have to pray. You have to do what you need to do to get out of that situation. But usually they do not last for a long time. Okay? So don't not be discouraged. I want to take this moment to encourage you. Do not be discouraged. Do the work, do what you need to do to get out of that situation. As I mentioned again, those hard times do not last a long time. There's always a brighter day. There's always better opportunities out there. Be encouraged. Let's keep moving forward.
ढूंढो ना, अगर तुम मेरे खर्चे नहीं उठा सकते, दैट्स इट।
Huh. Ooh, did you see that? Let's go back a little bit. What did she say? You are worse than a beggar. Whoa! Whew. Okay. Not only he's going through a hard time, but she's making it worse. Whew. Man, if you're going through a hard time and you have someone on your side who's supposed to be helping you, but yet that person is basically kicking you further down, man, that's harsh. But I'll tell you, you can get over it. You definitely would tell that in your heart that that person is not the one. All right, if you're going through this, that person is not the one. You should be happy that they're walking out of your life. You will always stay a loser. She says here, you will always stay a loser. I'll say, ladies, don't say that to a man. That's not nice. Not only is not nice, but one thing you have to understand about men is that it takes time for men to mature. Okay, I think we all agree. So by the time you are 30 years old, 35, 40 years old, and you're 40 years old as a woman, you probably got married to some guy. By the time that time comes, the man that you rejected will be making a lot more money. You see what I'm saying? Because it takes a while for us as men to mature. But the more we mature, the more we make more money, the more we become more handsome, the more you have your stuff in order, the more you have your house, the more you have your cars. If you're building a business, the more the business start to grow. So it takes time as a man to build. So if you are looking at a young man and you keep saying in your head, oh, this man has nothing, keep in mind that for a man, it takes time to build. Okay? I guarantee that a guy that's 18 years old is not necessarily going to have the same knowledge and the same resources as someone who's 40 or 50 years old. As a man, as you grow older, the more you start to build, the more you understand the game, the more you build your resources. Okay? So you should not always judge a man when he's young, and especially don't tell him he's a loser because he's not going to stay a loser forever. That's how you basically give him something to motivate him to do better. But I'm not saying do that. That's harsh, that's hurtful. But trust me, you know, you don't want to do that. That's not a word that you want to use, especially for against someone that you say you love. There will always be a better day, and as time goes on, they will make something of themselves. Okay, we've seen plenty of stories like that. All right, let's keep on watching. Right, that's harsh. The most powerful thing about time is it changes. Yeah, true. Time changes. You know. Oh, look at him. Okay, now has his shades on, and here she is. What? Okay. So I want to go back to where she said, "Get someone of your status." That's her. What status is she? I don't see her in in a mansion or in a very extremely expensive car. So I don't know what status she was talking about. If she was talking about looks, looks actually fades over time. So it's not something that you should necessarily consider status. All right, well, let's keep watching. See, he's more handsome now. He has his shades on. He's more confident now. Oh, okay, same dude.
ओह, तुम यहाँ मीन लॉन्ग टाइम लॉटरी वॉटरी लग गई है तुम्हारी यार
She's asking if he won the lottery. Okay, so
मेरी
he's
तो
doing
शादी हो
well.
गई यार और तुम्हें पता है मेरे हस्बैंड अपने डिपार्टमेंट के हेड हैं और उनकी 5
What? Okay, she's talking about how she's married. That's a good thing. She's talking about the title of her husband. He's the head of a department. He's making a certain amount of money. So obviously she's very materialistic. What? You see somebody you haven't seen in a while, and the first thing you start throwing numbers about how much your husband is making and the title of his job and so forth. Oh boy. All right, let's keep on watching.
लाख रुपए महीना कमाते हो 5 लाख
Half a
और
million.
बताओ तुम्हारा
Hey,
क्या चल रहा
okay.
है
सर कैसे हैं सर? कैसे हैं सर? ठीक, तुम कैसे हो? मैं बढ़िया सर। बैठिए सर। यहाँ पर जी। आप सर मेरी वाइफ से नहीं मिले सर?
You see this here? Huh? Okay, so that's her husband. Her husband knows the guy, and obviously her husband is calling him sir. So let's see what's the deal here.
मेरी वाइफ सोनिया सोनिया हमारे बॉस सर हैं जिनसे आज मीटिंग है।
Oh, that's his boss. I mean, look at how embarrassing. Now she's embarrassed. Mm, 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 mm. So the guy that she called poor and loser, he's now the boss of her husband, who she thinks is rich. Well, here's a story for you. You know, I mean, it takes a while for men to mature. The one thing you want to look for is someone, a man who's ambitious. Usually, if they're ambitious, they're going to get there. They're going to get there eventually. But yeah, now it looks like she's embarrassed. She's grabbing her head. Yeah.
ये तुम्हारी वाइफ है? जी सर।
She's staring at him like she saw a ghost.
ये वही सर जिनके बारे में तुम्हें बताया था ना, जो प्रोजेक्ट मैं संभाल रहा हूँ वो सर।
Well, that's got to be embarrassing, right? You call somebody a loser, and then you get married, and you find out your husband is calling somebody else sir because that person is your husband boss. So the loser has become the boss. Wow. Whoo, yes, a little bit of dance here, but interesting.
सर
She's
को किसी
staring at
और
him
प्यार
like,
करते हो
can't believe
बहुत,
it.
लेकिन वो लड़की सर को सिर्फ पैसे के लिए छोड़ के चली गई। अच्छा हुआ सर चली गई वो लड़की।
So he told the story. No wonder it's not saying anything. He told her story. Oh, to her husband. Well, at least he didn't know that that was her husband.
बदनसीब है वो लड़की से, पछताती होगी कहीं पर आपके प्यार के लिए। क्यों?
She can't believe it. It looks like now she wishes that she never left him. Because obviously she's very materialistic, right? So if she had stayed with him through the hard time, you know, she'll be the wife of the boss. Unfortunately, some people don't have the patience. I would recommend hard times do come and go. So don't make rush decisions just based on that. Just look for someone who is that has character, someone who's ambitious. If he's ambitious, if he falls 5 times, he's gonna get up. He falls 7 times, he's gonna get up and he's gonna keep pushing. He's gonna get there. And that's one thing you never tell a man that he's a loser. Because men are very competitive. If you look at guys playing football, playing sports, that's the nature of the man to be competitive. So telling him he's a loser, that's like fuel. He's gonna not want to be a loser. If he's playing a game and he's not good at it, especially amongst his friends and the friends are laughing at him, he's gonna make sure he gets better at that game. So, guys are competitive. Well, at least now he's the boss. If this guy said not even a word, for the most part, not a thing. A good heart is bigger than anything. Okay. Don't pen for those who left you. Use pen to earn success that defines you. Okay, this is the English is a little bit different, but you get it. You want to use your pen as a stool to stand on it and build. And that's what I was saying earlier. As a young boy, as a man, they say, "Oh, you suck or something." Then you say, "Oh, really? Okay." You go back, you practice. When you come back next day, you show them a few tricks. They will be like, "Okay, oh, you got better." I mean, we used to play basketball. That's what you used to do, right? You play, and then your friend beats you. You go, you watch a few videos, you learn a few things, and now you come back. You have a few more tricks. Competitiveness is good for guys, you know. But don't tell someone he's a loser because he's going to use that as a way to define and succeed. And if you're in a relationship, they'll say, "Oh, that's going to be my strategy. I'm going to hurt his feeling that way." Don't do that. That's wicked. And ultimately, it's not going to work for the best because you're going to be replaced. You're going to be told to the side. But the moral of the story, as you can see, don't be materialistic. Understand as human beings, we go through pain, we go through ups and downs. Even you, even I, even they, all of us go through ups and downs in life. But don't use the time where somebody's down to kick them further down. You're supposed to be the helping hand. You're supposed to be bringing your hand to them and trying to help them, pull them up, as opposed to kicking them down even further. Okay? So, ladies, do not choose your partner based on monetary value. Look for the character of that person. Look for the ambition in that person. Okay? And if you're a guy, if you find a lady who's very materialistic, that's not the one for you. I understand as a man you have to provide, but in life there's up and down for everyone. Okay? You want to choose someone who will be there, that will be understanding, and say, okay, I understand you fell. Hold my hand, let me pull you up. And then you move forward together. Okay, so I hope this was a good movie for you to watch, and I hope the small advice that I give you, you take it in consideration, and I hope it was very helpful. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, that's very important. We're trying to build a community here where we can share hopeful and encouraging words, and so that you will know that even though life is hard, we can encourage each other. We can move forward in life. Okay, because the hard times are temporary. You'd always do better as long as you keep pushing forward. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe. And by the way, love thy neighbor. So I'll see you guys next time.